I should have put a title on this thing, huh? Can you put a title on? I guess you can. Huh? Yo. What's good, fam? What's good, everybody? What's good, watchers and all? It's interesting within this little matrix, man, because you can be able to, like, if you study nature long enough, you can see how nature mimics our reality, right? Nature mimics our reality in different ways, right? It mimics our, or this reality. I ain't gonna say our. Sometimes we be living in different worlds, different realities, but the same world. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And in this world, it's very interesting. People try to throw codes at you indirectly, opposed to talking to you directly. Or you got to try to read within certain things. I ain't reading nothing. Just gonna tell me. You feel me? It is what it is. Another thing is that what they'll do is they will, they as in, like, people of the system, they dismiss, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that be like, we got to see her. You know what I mean? Um, you could see the, like I say, the synchronicities within this matrix, within this realm of nature and humans, right? Now, I haven't been able to tell all of them, but I know for sure that the doves are the homeless. Like, I sound crazy. I'm telling you, I sound crazy. Like, as in, like, people be watching, monitoring whatever. The doves are the homeless. The blackbirds, little blackbirds, are the little watchers, or the black crowd that are essentially fallen angels. Might say it like that. It sounds better. Fallen angels, little blackbirds, the one that was within that party that was trying to cipher my energy or whatever. The negative crowd. So, and I'm trying to figure out what the is this a swift bee? I'm trying to figure out the what the bluebirds, who they resemble in the reality. The what's that bird? The Baltimore Orioles. What are they? What's that bird? I always forget that bird name. What is that bird's name for that's on the Baltimore Orioles? Their logo. What is that bird's? Either way, like I'm saying, you can be able to tell within this false reality the different, like, the how the synchronicities of nature and these entities, beings, human beings, right? Like I say, the doves are the homeless. Like I said, the blackbirds or the black crowd, that's trying to, intimidate or whatever, trying to, gather my energy or whatever. What's going on, man? It's cool. I'm glad. That means your system working if you fart a lot. That's good. Um, but yeah, man, it's very interesting that this reality, this simulation, how, like I say, it mimics nature. If you can just be able to study nature, and you'll see the synchronicities within it. But like I say, it's very interesting, man. And whenever I start speaking up, that's when things just started being put into my awareness. Because just think of it. I even saw this when whatchamacallit was saying this, Chance the Rapper, because it's true. Just imagine, like, as you're going, that's when your reality is happening right in front of you, right? Like, imagine a world like I said, like, it's everything behind you does not exist if you can't see it. Like, I can see it now with the grass, whatever, but everything is happening as you're going. It's being put into place right then and there, right? Or even think about it like this: your reality is the Hunger Games. This reality is the Hunger Games, right? You have a controller, right? A controller puts things in your way to try to slow you down and stop you, but you cannot be stopped unless you stop trying. You cannot be stopped unless you stop trying. That's essential when it comes down to this. What we got to get about here. You know that. My fault, y'all. But yeah, you cannot be stopped unless you stop trying. What's going on, Sabrina? Um, like I say, this reality is like the Hunger Games. This simulation is like the Hunger Games, right? Once you stop, that's when you lose. But you can start over again, right? It's just like you just got put on pause. You can start over again, any day, any way, any. It really don't matter. You could put it on pause. You could take a break, do something for 10 years, and start again. You feel me? That's what it's all about. You know, um, is that in this journey of life, we have the ability to start, stop, keep going. Nobody can tell you that you gotta push through. You don't have to do anything. You get to push through, right? If you choose to, you can pause because sometimes some people are tired. Some people are emotionally overwhelmed in this reality because some people have all types of things coming at them that people don't even know about, and they need some rest, and that's okay. Ain't nobody judging you if you rest. You feel me? But there's people within this reality that are like, oh, you need to do it that way. That's the way they project it on you. That's the way they want you to do it because they're looking at you. They're looking at you, wishing that they're low key. They're wishing that they were you and putting themselves in your shoes, projecting what they would do if they were you. That's all it is, right? That's all that is. So, but yeah, man, imagine this reality as the Hunger Games. When you think about certain things, when you're doing certain things, your life is actually happening right in front of it as you're going, right? As you're going, that's when your life is happening. Okay. What's going on, Parker? Hey, I'm well, man. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Doing great. It's a great day. Had a little workout this rising. Went to get some Indian food. Wanted to treat myself. Sit down. You know what I'm saying? Date myself real quick. And now we just chilling. But yeah, life is like the Hunger Games, man. You know, it's very amazing when you start like looking at certain things, synchronicities, and how it happens and how it transpires. Like nothing exists outside of my sight right now, right? Anything outside of my sight does not exist. And when I start taking steps in the world, everything just kind of falls into place, right? But study nature and you'll start seeing synchronicities in your environment, right? You'll start seeing how they are cohesive. Is it the right? I think that's the right word. I don't know. You know, how they coagulate with humans. It's very interesting. You feel me? Um, Thank you so much, Parker. I appreciate the subscription, man. I appreciate the subscription. I'm grateful for that. Grateful for that. Um, but yeah, it's amazing. Life is great. But you run your own race. You run your own race. Nobody can make you or force you to run faster or slower. You run your own race. There is no time stamp to do anything. Right? There's no time stamp to do anything, man. Um, people have different narratives, and that is okay. Man, this sweat get up out of here, man. It's out of this thing. Fly. That's why I got the windows cracked. Guess he like the energy. He almost got out of here, y'all. Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, man, we chilling. Oh, I be forgetting what day it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I be forgetting what day it is. But hey, y'all, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna start. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do a podcast or just keep on doing lives. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I could do a podcast, but I don't. I like talking. I like talking when it's not planned. You know what I'm saying? It just come to my mind. I don't like having planned talks. I mean, like to an extent. You know what I mean? Like I'll write like one topic down, and I just kind of just have a conversation around that topic, and then have some subtopics or points along with that. You know, that's kind of like how I like to have my conversations, though. But um, but yeah, man, it's life is amazing. You know, don't have um much in the material world lives while being a nomad within the past almost year now. Living in my car, traveling the states. Um, yeah, yeah, I think that's a good idea because like I would because I got it in my planner Parker in my little notebook or whatever. Because I like the idea of a podcast, but really I feel like I should just because I like to speak. Really, I think that's one of my things that I can be able to do and help people with. Just with really, I want to speak on like narcissistic abuse, um, different coping mechanisms with dealing with depression, overcoming, sobriety. Like I've been sober for 2 years now, 2 plus years. Um, and really just being able to I can relate to anybody. I can relate to any class because we're all human. I don't believe in like, you got the upper class and there's no middle class anymore. It's lower class. But I can relate to any class I've done. I've sold a lot of stuff. I've been in rooms with millionaires, but like they don't. It's just a room. You feel me? It's, at the end of the day, they put everybody put their draws on the same way. My God, you gotta get up out of here, my boy. You gotta get up out of here, my boy. I guess I got it. I don't know, man. Well, Yeshua, um, I'm gonna ask you this: do you believe in Yeshua or do you know Yeshua? Do you believe Yeshua Yahuwah or do you know Yeshua Yahuwah? I don't like saying the J word because the letter J is the most recent letter in the alphabet. It's the newest letter in the alphabet if you look at it. It's the newest letter in the alphabet. Sounds crazy, right? And there's a lot of stuff like that I kind of like looked into with that, with religion. I'm not religious at all. Not a part of any spiritual community. I believe I believe all religions are the same. They're just broken up, just like you can look at it in the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11. You know, I believe that the dark entities, or some might say the devil or whatever, really broke up all of the beliefs or knowings to disrupt humanity or confuse humanity because it's all one, it's all the same. It's just different variations of the Most High, right? I know the Most High. I know God. I know who He is. He is me. He is you. We're all of God, right? I actually I write music. One of my favorite songs that I wrote is God, because we're of God. That's the song I wrote. You can check it out. It's on my YouTube. Actually, you subscribe to me. Check it out. God. That's what my song is talking about. It's talking about we all are of God. You feel me? Because everything is creation. This is of God. This notebook right here is of God, right? The girl who did my hair is of God, right? These shades are of God. Everything is creation. Everything was created. God is a creator. We're all of God's. It's just that man had tried to play God, right? Man had tried to play God and try to control us. You know what I'm saying? I think last week or the week before, so I haven't streamed in the past 2 weeks, but I was streaming every Sunday. Normally every Sunday at 7 Eastern is when I like to do my streams, really. Um, but I was switching it up like on here. Um, I think TikTok on Wednesdays, but I'm gonna get off of TikTok though because whenever I post certain things, like YouTube, they don't give me like community guidelines or ban some of my content. Like I made a video not too long ago and immediately got banned. I'm not banned, but like community guidelines. I'm like I didn't even say anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was just stuff that I feel, but of course, Oracle, they own all this stuff, and like I have to limit what I say. I don't like being minimized to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. I don't like. That's not me, right? I'm like, nah, it's no sorry, buddy. So, but yeah, Sundays at 7 Eastern. Normally, I probably post them. I post them on social media, but like I'm speaking up on YouTube this day at this time, right? I do it a few days in advance, but yeah, let me get back to Sundays because I've been doing some other stuff, making sure I'm well balanced within myself and my creations. But yeah, man, it's yeah, I don't believe in religion, but I know God. I know who He is. I look at Him every day when I look in the mirror. I look at Him when I'm looking at other people. I see Him when I'm seeing other people. I see Him when I see the trees. I hear Him when the wind blows in my ears. But yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't like saying the J word because, like I said, it's very controlling. Everything is backwards within this reality or this dimension. Everything is backwards, right? Like I said, I believe the book. It's a good book, though. Let me tell you, it's a good book. You can get some really good esoteric information out of there. Some good parables of how you should treat one another. But the religion I preach or teach is love. That's it. Well, if you love, you won't do anything that's negative in that. If everything you do is out of love, you don't need to talk about some thou shalt not kill thy neighbor. If you love your neighbor, you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Thou should not. Um, what did it say? Fornicate. It was what's the one? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not. Sleep with the neighbor's wife or whatever. If you love, you're not doing none of these things. So it's really just one thing. It's just one law is to love. Because like the Most High would not tell you to obey. You got to do this, that, and the third, and you'll get this. It sounds like something a dark entity would say, right? Sacrificial lamb. You got to sacrifice to get something. Well, since you were gonna obey in sacrificing your son, and this is Abraham, right? I'm gonna give you that don't sound like love to me. That sounds like okay, he was gonna actually sacrifice of the blood. They still sacrifice the lamb though, but that's backwards, man. Their book is backwards, But like I said, I know God. I know who He is. I don't believe in Him. I know Him. I talk to Him every day. Even some days when I'm upset, I'll be thanking Him. When you truly live like Christ did in the book, you won't have too many friends. So I don't have too many friends, right? Because Christ in that book was a disruptor. He even spoke against the church, against the government, because he pushed narratives. He opened minds. He opened minds. He opened avenues for people to think differently, right? He open avenues for people to think differently. He and then even here in this reality, people are not perfect. Earth angels are not perfect. People expect them to do this, that, and third this way, Christine, but no. We all live in the flesh. People have the same struggles and battles while still overcoming certain things. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of life. We get to experience and then go through and learn. That's the beauty of life, right? The beauty of life is we get to go through life, learn, make mistakes, fall down, get back up, fall down again, keep getting back up, and keep going. That's the beauty of life, man. I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all don't know. That's what it is. So, but yeah, all I want to do is get on here, man. I'm about to hop off. I might even get on another one. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock on the West Coast, y'all. So I don't know where y'all at. Well, it's 5:30. Um, but it is a beautiful day. But it's a beautiful journey to be able to fall down and get up as many times as you want, because I could start over from ground zero right now. I don't. I have shelter. I have clothes that I need, and I have the Most High with me always. It's everything I need. You feel me? Everything I need. I don't need all the money to have a good life. And still be able to live and travel. Now, if I did have all the like, if I did have money like that, I wouldn't even buy a house. Like, I would get something different. I would do something completely different. If I had those riches in the world, I would not do what the people are doing now. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. If these people that have all this money and they're rich or whatever, and they are buying these mansions, do they really care? But God wanted me to have, He did, but He gave you the ability to think about what else you could have done with those riches. That's how I look at it. What else could you have done with those riches? You don't have, you're killing me, you're making me laugh when people were having, 7 rooms, 8 rooms. I'm like, man, now it's just comical food. This is comical. I He came back on me, didn't he? But yeah, let me get up out of this thing, man. Y'all have a good one.